Welcome, grammar students. Welcome to Lesson 4, What's the difference between a VB and a VXO? We'll also introduce infinitives. Meet Sam and Sarah. They're identical twins. Nobody can tell them apart, not even their mother. Sam and Sarah look alike, but they have very different jobs. Samantha is a doctor. Sarah is a plumber. The base form of a verb and the VXO form are like Sam and Sarah. They look identical, but their jobs are very different. Let's compare them. With the base form VB, you always see an X word. With VXO, you never see an X word because the X word, do, is hidden behind the verb. It only comes out when it is needed to make questions and negatives. The base form names the action. The VXO names the action, but it also tells you that the action is a habit or truth. The VXO changes to VXS when the subject is he, she, or it. The base form comes after X words in the do group, the pairs group, and the am group. VXO, together with VXS, make up the present tense. Their X words, do and does, are hidden behind them. We'll learn more about this later. Here is an X word with a base form. The base form never changes. The subject doesn't matter. It can be singular, plural, or he, she, or it. The base form never changes. But the VXO has to change to a VXS for he, she, or it. Let's look at how we make questions. We can cook dinner tonight. The X word is can, and the verb is the base form. To make a question, move the X word in front of the subject. Can we cook dinner tonight? We cook dinner every night. This is the simple present. It is talking about a habit. Cook is a VXO. We can't see an X word because the X word, do, is hidden. To make a question, do comes out of hiding and goes in front of the subject. Do we cook dinner every night? The VXO leaves a base form in its place. Do you remember that do, does, and did always match with a VB? But what if Mom does all the cooking? Poor Mom. If the subject is he, she, or it, we need to add an S to a verb in the simple present. That makes a VXS, a verb with a hidden X word that ends in S, does. Mom cooks dinner every night. Does comes out of hiding, taking the S with it. So the question has does as the X word and cook as a VB. VB comes after an X word and tells us the action. VXO, along with VXS, make up the present tense, which talks about habits and truths. In we can cook, cook is a VB. In we cook is a VXO. They look the same, but they have different jobs. Now a little bit about infinitives. In grammar, infinity means something that does not end. It has no time. An infinitive in English is made up of to plus the base. To go, to be, to see, to make, and so forth. We have talked about the engine and coal car, the subject and verb of our train. But in English, an infinitive is not used as a verb. It is usually used as a noun and answers the questions what or why. For example, we want to cook dinner. Want is the verb. In this sentence, it is a VXO. The infinitive, to cook, answers the question what. What do we want? To cook dinner. We cook dinner every night to save money. Cook is a VXO, and to save is an infinitive. Why do we cook dinner every night? To save money. Be careful. An infinitive never changes its form. Be careful. Never put an infinitive after an X word. In review, a VB and a VXO look the same, but their jobs are very different. VB is the base form. It comes after most X words and never changes. A VXO is half of the simple present. It has a hidden X word, do. An infinitive is to plus the base. An infinitive acts like a noun, not a verb. It usually answers the questions what or why. What should you do next? Read Lesson 4, do the exercises, and take the quiz. And look for examples of VB, VXO, and infinitives, and learn the difference.